Okay, Will. So our topic is residential real estate.
Yes.
I want to ask you a few questions and just get your information back to these good folks that are watching.
Okay.
Okay. All right. In the earlier video, you mentioned about, I think twice, about how aggressive we are.
Mhm.
Would you please explain what do you mean by being aggressive?
So aggressive obviously is not calling another agent or buyer and speaking real harshly to them. That's not what I mean by that. I'm talking more about the way that we write our contracts, the way that we go after houses that are on the market. We're very, very active with our website. And when we get a buyer signed up on our website, they will get an immediate email anytime a new house hits the market that meets their criteria.
So the buyer is going to know about homes coming on the market quickly.
The buyer will know about it as quickly as is possible with the technology available today.
Sometimes quicker than we know.
Sometimes, very often quicker than we know, because they will get that alert for every house that fits their criteria that comes on the market, so they can very, very often can be the first ones in the house.
Are you having to compete with offers very often?
Oh, very much so. Yes. Most houses that we see, if it's in a good price range, especially if the house is priced anywhere near a fair price, there's going to be multiple offers, so we have to be very aggressive about the way that we write the offers.
For instance, what do you mean by that?
Some buyers can offer cash. That's great. Some buyers can't. So if you are in a position where you have to get a loan on a house, as most of our buyers are, then you just have to be very, very creative with your terms. Maybe you write in that you're still going to do your home inspection, but you don't intend to ask for repairs. Maybe you check with the seller ahead of time to see, seller, would you like to close late? Is there a certain date that works best for you? Would you like to retain possession of the house for a period afterwards?
So you make that offer look better to the seller.
Yes.
So that the buyer has a better chance of winning the offer.
Yes, and not to get into the nitty-gritty, but there's a lot of different terms on our contract that we can change, just tweak just a little bit one way or the other to really make an offer look appealing to the seller outside of the very obvious price point.
And has this made a difference?
Yes, it has. I won't say that we win every single offer we write. That's just not feasible in today's market, and there's always buyers that will offer ludicrous amounts that is simply outrageous. When that happens, you just have to put up your hands and move to the next one. But we have gotten offers accepted that were not the highest offer because we know how to craft those terms. Very rarely do we have a buyer go more than a few offers made before they finally win one.
So what effect does it make in that that there's two of us?
The fact that there's two of us really helps because, obviously no one is working every day of the year. We both do take vacations from time to time, but pretty much always there's going to be at least one of us available. Now, in the rare case that we do take a family vacation, then we have agents here in our office that'll help us out and cover for a little while. But other than that, even if one of us is actively working with a client, showing houses or in a meeting or in a closing or anything, the other one is almost always going to be ready to answer your call.
So every buyer gets the benefit of having both of us working for them.
Every buyer gets the benefit of both of us. We keep each other pretty up to date about the buyers we're working on. If I'm taking the lead with one and I've got an inspection scheduled Tuesday morning and buyer needs to see a house, I'll say, Dad, this buyer needs to see a house Tuesday morning. He'll say, okay, and show him the house, and we can either write a contract or.
You mentioned ERA tools and systems. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about there?
One of the most fun ones to me is our company moving van. When you buy or sell a house with us, you get to use our company moving van for free.
Big box van with a ramp and furniture dolly.
Ramp, dolly, better than a U-Haul in my opinion. You just call and reserve it. It's first come, first serve, so you can use it for 1 or 2 days. Really handy tool to help you move. I mentioned the website earlier. It's a very good system there that gets information out to our buyers very, very quickly. We've got a local staff here that works full-time, so there's always somebody here at the office to answer your call.
Doesn't every real estate company have a staff?
No. Most of the big ones do, sure. But there are a lot of real estate companies when you can go knock on their door at any given time, and there may or may not be anyone there. There is always somebody in the office during normal working hours at ERA Team Real Estate.
So who are the staff people in this office?
Well, at the front desk, we've got Renee and Brooklyn. They handle a lot of data management input. They're our catch-all helpers. They really run the place. Don't want to get on Renee's bad side, I promise you that. Josh is our marketing specialist and our kind of an IT technical support. He's very, very helpful to us, extremely useful.
He's doing more training too lately.
He's been doing a lot of training
on the IT tools.
Yes, training on the ERA corporate tools that we have. And then, of course, there's our network of brokers. We've got Steve and Kelly and Sherry and multiple agents within the company that have owned companies in the past, yourself being one of them, Dad, Pam McDowell. So we have a lot of experience, a lot of very well-regarded people in the real estate
And what
industry.
difference does that make to a buyer?
To a buyer, it just means that if we're looking at a house and we're just really not sure, we think that this is too overpriced. If we need to back up that opinion, I can call Pam and say, Pam, have you looked at this one? What do you think about it? And see what she has. I can call Kelly, and if there's a term that the seller's asking for that we're not sure, is this even legal? We can call Kelly, and Kelly is very, very involved with the Arkansas Realtors Association with their legal stuff that we can get with an attorney very, very quickly if we need to.
Good.
Yeah.
So tell me this: if you're a first-time buyer,
Mhm.
we probably have some watching this video. What's the first thing they need to do to start the process of buying a house?
The absolute first thing you need to do is call me. Immediately after, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is to get with a local lender and get pre-qualified.
You got names and numbers for that?
Got names and numbers for that. Happy to provide. We have lenders that we work with regularly. There's a lot of good local lenders. Generally don't recommend that you go with one of the big national chains. They can be helpful as a starting place, but we usually find that customer service is going to be significantly better with a local lender, and your rates are going to be essentially the same either way.
Or better.
Or sometimes.
Yeah, we love our local lenders.
Mm-hmm.
Great. All right. So a lot of good information here. If you're watching this video, Mr. Buyer, Miss Buyer, we would love to hear from you.
My number is 501-908-1599. Or if you like, you can email me at will.henley, Henley, at era.team. Phone number is for my cell phone, so if text is your preferred form of communication, fire away.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, sir.